It's hot. It's really hot. We're climbing out of Warner Springs. It's the first time I actually used my sun umbrella as a sun umbrella, and I'm really liking it. My little tiny thermometer says it's 90. It's like 3 p.m., which is kind of stupid that we're out here hiking. Super heat of the day, but we're definitely feeling the vortex power of Warner Springs Community Center, where we're hanging out. It's kind of hard to leave, so once you're ready, you just gotta jet out of there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay cool. We only have about a mile to Agua Caliente. Probably camp there. The stream, that is, Agua Caliente Creek. Oh, there's some shade. All right. Day 11. It's about 7 a.m. It's a little breezy, so hopefully this audio will be okay. We are thinking Anza Borrego State Park again. We were there coming out of Scissors Crossing and then moved into the San Felipe Hills and then into Cleveland State Park, and I think we're back in Anza Borrego. Got up really early the next morning, 5 a.m., which immediately put me in a grumpy mood. Not a morning person. But we really wanted to make it to this place about 12 miles away, called Mike's Place. It's like a kind of a hiker oasis, somebody's private property where they have a house and there's a well, so they fill up a tank and you can get water there, which is good because there's basically no water between Agua Caliente and Mike's Place. So we wanted to get up early and push there. We made it there around 1. We're arriving at Mike's Place. It's kind of crazy. And spent a few hours just lounging on the porch. We met up with the crew of folks we've kind of been hiking with on and off again for the past week and a half, and that was fun. Sat around and chatted with them. Took off probably around 3, hiked 5 miles, and landed in a nice little spot around mile 130. So we're kind of in the stretch with a lot of long water carries. It probably looks really green behind me, which it is, but we're definitely in the desert. I saw a rattlesnake yesterday. Actually, wait, two rattlesnakes yesterday. Lots of lizards. That's been fun. So our next water is actually just in 7 miles, but it's just a cistern, so not 100% reliable. That should be fun. I think there's a little library there and some shade and water. So we'll make it there, and We're about 20 miles away from Paradise Valley Cafe, where we've got our micro spikes, and we're gonna plan on having a meal there. We'll probably go to Mary's and maybe a little farther, maybe do a 10 today, and then get up in the morning and go into the cafe, get our stuff, have a meal, probably hike a ways out of there. I just dropped down into this little mini ravine, and it's about 5-10 degrees cooler than everywhere else. There's been sort of this hot wind this morning, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stand here for a while. It's so cool. It's funny, things like this on trail, I guarantee when I run into somebody, I could be like, oh, that cool spot back there, and they'll be like, yeah, that was good. It's like little stuff like that you remember in your day. Got a pretty awesome water cistern here. Our first 20-mile day, and we're heading into the Paradise Valley Cafe for a burger and a beer, maybe 2 beers. We'll see. We just left Paradise Valley Cafe. We stayed there last night in the fields behind the cafe, had dinner, really good burger and a giant salad, a couple beers. This morning, got up, went in and had breakfast with everybody. There's a bunch of people there, lots of friends and some new friends. Because we got in a day early, we had sent our micro spikes there, but they hadn't shown up yet, so we ended up hanging out after breakfast to wait for the mail to come in, which luckily it came right around 1, and we got our stuff. Thanks, Sarah. Stu got another camera lens. He's not sure about if he's going to be happy carrying the weight, but he'll be happy to have it. And we just got back on trail a little bit ago. Not ideal time of day. It's like 2, but it's cooler than yesterday, so hopefully it'll go well. There's Mount San Jacinto right here. That's where we're headed in a little while. was a really big day. It was probably our most difficult, physically difficult days. We went 18 miles and climbed about 5,000 feet.
6,000.
What?
6,000.
6,000 feet. Kind of intended to not do this many miles, but just the way it worked out with water and camping, we just did a lot of sections that didn't really have any camping. Yeah. So we're finally in camp. We pushed about a 1/4 of a mile, or 0.4 mile past the first campsite we got to, because there was no water, and here there's a bunch of snow melt that is actually a pretty good water source. So we're able to make dinner because we were kind of low on water. We are beat. Probably the most beat I've been in the past 13 days. And we've also just reached this like never before reached level of filth. We've had a bucket shower. We had a bucket shower like 4-5 days ago at Warner Springs and kind of washed our clothes, but it's just been a lot of dusty days, and it's gotten real. We're just like really, really filthy, comically filthy. Tomorrow we only have 3.5 miles.
Well, to the junction.
We have like 5 miles until we get into Idyllwild, and we're probably going to take a day off there. We might even get a hotel. We're going to wash ourselves and our clothes, and it's going to be amazing. For tonight, we're kind of up on this windy ridge. It's really pretty. Probably won't look at it for much longer. Probably just go to bed. Yeah. Okay, is it recording? Well, it's about 3 a.m. We woke up maybe a half hour ago because the tent was flapping in the wind. It got really, really gusty, and then our stakes pulled out, and there was a tornado of dust and sand coming in, so we packed up really fast. Just shoved everything in our bags and got the hell out of there. We just hiked down trail a little bit and got our stuff a little more situated, and we're gonna push forward unless we find a real good spot to hunker down for a few hours. The wind's not so bad down here. Yeah, it was probably the craziest thing. Stu and I both just said it's definitely the most extreme thing we've experienced so far. But on the upside, it's our earliest morning. We made it into Idyllwild. Just got a room at Silver Pine Lodge. Thanks, Kathy. We'll say that one was on you. We definitely needed it. This is a super cute town. We had breakfast at the Red Kettle, and it was delicious. We're gonna go to the Outfitter now and see what they've got. We're just milling around town till our rooms are ready, and then we're gonna go sleep for like 24 hours. This is what a thru hiker hotel room looks like. That's a sleeping pad. That's the dirt that came off of it. And we are so clean.